I'd like to open with a story if you'd entertain me for a little bit. About 20 years ago, I was walking to a convenience store, a trip I had made semi-regularly since it was for about as long the only place worth visiting on the rest. As I entered the graveled parking lot, I noticed a shuttle bus with True North Tours, or something to that effect, written in big letters on it. And as I continued through the parking lot, suddenly a very obvious tourist, either German or Chinese, whichever is funniest to you, pointed and shouted, "Oh, Indian boy!" And a huge group all rushed out of the store and gathered around to take photos with me. For years I've told this story where the punchline was imagining a photo on a wall in Berlin or Beijing, whichever I felt was funniest at the time, of a family posed around me dressed in jeans and a sweater with probably a goose on it, sporting the biggest shit-eating grin you've ever seen. Then I read the words. There was certainly no element of intentional unkindness. There was yet no suggestion that I was human. I was simply a living wonder. Then it struck me. Notes of a Native Son, written by James Baldwin, is about stories. His story, told in snippets and never completely, if it can ever really be fully understood by another, is defined by his search for peace and the inescapable realities of a world that refused to allow him such luxury. As he says, people are trapped in history, and history is trapped in them. This history is twofold for Baldwin, the personal and the cultural, both feeding into each other and shaping how we move through life and process our understanding of how the world works. Inevitably then, to Baldwin this history is racialized. It has to be. Baldwin, as is shown time and time again through this text, has never been given the opportunity to see it any other way. Be it in his childhood jobbering through Paris or escaping to some obscure mountain village in Europe, race, his race, is the focus. It is a text that asks you to listen as opposed to comment, and absorb rather than reflect. The masterful way Baldwin will make a hard materialist observation only to then immediately restate it through what is easily some of the most beautiful prose ever written. It sticks with you. It shapes you. And arguably most importantly of all, it places you into the story.
As simple as that. And I've been all the years that I've been alive.